What is up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to go over a few things. Well, actually, we're going to go over one thing, but then call out a few things about it, okay? There is a video going around right now on YouTube about a supposed UAP that some guy had found in the desert or whatever. And basically, this UAP is kind of like the Boogosphere, but it's kind of not. Instead of it being a big round ball made of aluminum, it's a long cylinder about this long, about that round, and it's rounded on both ends, and it's got symbols at each end. Okay, that's just kind of the quick version of what it is. Okay, and we're gonna check it out. Um, a lot of people are like, "Oh wow, this is amazing." Well, and then there's others that are just like, "Eh, sounds good," but you know. But the reason we're calling it out is because this guy basically the channel is called James. Okay, let's go to his channels. This guy James, you don't really see him, but he, like I said, he found this sphere, and this is what it looks like in the thumbnail. Okay, he found this sphere, and he's been doing daily updates about it, and people have been checking in with him, stuff like that. Okay, now the reason I want to talk about this because in his most recent video, which I will have to every time he said he was opening it today, but every time I click on the live, this is all it does.
Guys, it's showtime.
See what I mean? Doesn't
Can
play
you take
nothing.
this drill?
It's just stuck. So I've tried pausing it, unpausing it. Hit theater mode.
We're gonna see what we
Hit.
can do here.
I mean, I have no idea what is going on. But anyway, so what I decided to do was go to another channel that I like to watch that maybe you guys should watch. Casper Site. Amazing channel if you love the dark. What's he say? If you like the dark and mysterious and the spooky wookies and the UAPs and aliens and ghosts, come watch him. He is a great channel. He's funny. Me and my son watch him all the time. He's great. But anyway, this guy posted a video. James had posted a vid. Not this guy. Not Casper Site. This is Casper Site right here. James, the other guy with the actual UAP, posted a video where he was going to try and drill into it. Okay, and he was also going to do a few tests on it. Great. Let's see it. Let's get into the thick of it. Let's figure out what this thing is. Okay. So, in the process of doing those tests, something happens, and I'm not sure if he gets hurt or whatever. You'll see in the video, but I'm questioning it. So let's watch this, and you guys will understand. So give me a second.
Whether that's real or fake, you get the gist, right? It looks very similar to that.
The edge. And yeah, people are saying like.
Did he just fart?
Right at the edge. Oh, it's two huge ball bearings welded together on the end of a pipe.
Okay, so this what kind of got me about this too. So you can
Well,
see.
okay, why is the pipe not magnetic?
You can see where he touched it with the magnet on the end. Well, if you look at the Boogosphere is not magnetic. It's actually aluminum. So the fact that this is magnetic kind of makes you think, okay, whatever, two different types of metals, but in my eyes, it's like, metal, if it's stainless steel like that, which I think it is, I mean, it's like, man, that would show up on radar really easy. Aluminum, it's light, durable, wouldn't show up on radar that easy, in my opinion. Let's continue.
And you're gonna maybe give some music to it. I'm hard to.
Doing two.
Okay, next he plays some music to it, and it's like, okay, nothing. I don't think anything happens. There's a few people who do. Now, he also puts heat to it, which is great. Okay, it's great, and then it's not great. It's a closed tube. You don't know what's inside of it, and you're gonna take a blowtorch and you're gonna heat it up. Potential bomb right there, but thankfully nothing happened to him.
To test this thing is so tilt at one side.
Damn it. Yes, I know. Yes, I know there was an ad. I apologize. You know, I'm not I'm not that fancy to have no ad YouTube yet. Okay, I'm just starting off with this channel, so if you can like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get back to the video.
See, what I would have done, I would have put a thermometer on it first, then burnt it, and then put a thermometer on it.
Nothing. I guess.
And that is a good idea, but here's the thing that I think why he didn't put a thermometer on it. If you look here, you see this condensation building up around it. Okay? In the video he claims that it's pretty cold. Now, if you know anything about steel, when you heat steel, especially stainless steel, you tend to get a rainbow effect. Okay? From the heat, the steel heats up and you'll get this purple, pink, blues, everything, and it looks really, really cool. But he doesn't want that to happen. So I think what he did was I think this is something that I think he had put this in a cold area before he did this. And when he did, that's what the reason he did that was so he could do this test without having to put up. But if he puts a thermometer to it, it's going to show you how cold it really is. And I think I think he put it in a freezer so he could do this heat test to show people, oh, it's not responding to heat. That's my opinion. Okay, let's watch.
It's a little bit cold. Wow, is this thing out?
Another thing is he's not really holding it into one spot. If you notice, he's dispersing the heat everywhere.
I think the gas is either cold in here or it's out, but it's getting kind of less. So yeah, the object is really cold right now. That's what you can see, and there's condensation.
The object is really cold right now. Yes, it probably is really cold if you help to get really cold.
On it.
Oh shit, that's...
Yeah. Well, nothing happened with heat. Glad it didn't.
I would have done it.
Oh, I thought he.
My torch is going out. Okay. Well, nothing happened with heat. Glad it didn't.
I would have done it at the end here as well, man.
And I think that would be a great idea too, because I don't know if I said it earlier, but on the ends of this tube are symbols. Okay, there's a big triangle in the middle of the tip of the tube right here. And then around here, you see a bunch of weird symbols, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Blow up in our faces.
This is where he keeps it in one spot for a little bit. But the thing is if the tube is already really, really cold, like maybe there's a liquid in it, or maybe it's solid, and you have it really, really cold, that steel's not going to change color.
Holding on one area.
What the hell? What should that be doing?
Now, if you notice, he had it down here, and he started to move it up. Now, that kind of tells me, like, I would have held it in one spot for a good, like, minute. But he didn't. He held it for a few seconds, so it doesn't give it time to change.
Be glowing red or something.
It should be glowing red if it was room temperature.
That it would, like, make a black spot, right?
Yeah. At least for the first minute.
Not necessarily.
So that's getting pretty hot, but it's like, no, it just stays mirror polished.
What?
No.
But it's all...
Now look, if you see this right here, I don't know if you guys can see this these real fine lines. So that looks like a buffer pad, okay? It almost looks like something buffed it clean to get the scratches out. And like I said, that's my opinion. But if you notice, they're all going in the same direction. This way, this way, this way. They're all coming from here down. So it's like, it almost looks like the buffer pad was spinning this way. But he's not holding it down flat on it. He's using the angle, so it's only spinning and causing that direction. I mean, that's my
must
opinion.
Be a reflection of the ceiling. It's just...
Now, this is where he plays chords to it, which it's like, okay, cool, whatever. Now, this is what gets me, okay? Let's scoot forward a little bit. There, okay, let me show you guys. He's playing music. You see where this tube is, okay? Now watch, okay?
Okay, let's fast popping off. Let's see what he does. He means business. Let's have a little look to see what he does with this live stream. Okay, this is what we're here for. Okay, the live.
Yes. Now this part where he drills in is a live stream, and like I showed you in the beginning, for some reason it's not showing. Not sure why. But this is where he's going to go to attempt to drill into it. Okay.
In the middle first, mate.
It's in Milwaukee. Look, it's full.
Okay, full.
Good
Okay.
drill.
My gloves, then we'll be back down here and we will open this thing. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Now, I want you guys to take a look at how it's setting, okay? Okay, now, first let's take a look at it this way, without the orange being in the way. Okay, you see how you have this end sticking off that? This is styrofoam. This is the tube, okay?
Okay.
It does have power. It's in Milwaukee.
Not even going in the middle first, mate. The area which doesn't have the weight and the magnetic bits, I would have gone in the middle. I would have gone in the middle to see if there's any wiring or anything like that. Okay, here we go.
Is this a good idea, guys?
Now my thing is, how does, like, if you can't see it, but right here, you see how there's a divot right there? Like, it almost looks like it flanges out. It kind of makes me think, like, and if you look here, it looks like there's a rounded lip right there, okay? So it almost looks like he took, like, this might sound weird. You know the support bars that you would find in a shower that, like, you grab onto to get in and out of the shower and stuff like that, or even like those cylinder towel racks that are like this round. You can buy them 16, 24 inches long. It almost looks like you took one of those, cut the corner, or like the elbow pieces off, and then he took like a stainless steel ball bearing and he fit it into here. He could have welded it, took a grinder, ground all that down, and then used polisher. And like I said, the only reason I'm saying that is because it, like, if you look real closely, it's straight, then it dips in, like it's like, because you can see the metal forming around the ball bearing. It comes around, okay, but then it stops, and then it goes into the circle. And I know it's kind of hard to see, but like if you're looking at it, like if you work with metal or do any type of metal work, you would see something like this, and that's what I'm seeing. So, in the same way with the other side, like if you look, goes in, dips in, comes around, here's the roundabout, and then it goes round. And that's one of the red flags for me. Here
No. He's obviously talking to the live stream, the chat at the moment.
So over here, everybody says do it, say don't do it. Sponsor, there is no sponsor.
Milwaukee
I hope
sponsor.
somebody will at least save this in case I die. It's just making me feel bad already, but anyway.
So what he's saying there is making him feel bad already. He just, when he gets close.
Your job depends on reliable tools. That's why our
Harbor Freight, good place. I don't buy my tools from there though. Okay, here we go.
We'll start on one.
And once again, these are the symbols on the end. And like I said, he's starting. Now, another thing I wanted to show you, I'll show you afterwards. But, yeah, let's watch it.
Okay, that blue light is the...
Well, we can't put in one.
That blue light is the light which is shining.
Clearly see there's a bit there.
Okay, that blue light is the...
Well, we can't put in one.
That blue light is the light which is shining below the... you know, it's just by the trigger to, you know, to see where you're going.
I guess we'll start at 2.
I think. Yeah, it's brightening up. Yeah.
that. No, 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 I'm sorry.
Anyway, so that's what happens, and he basically disappears, and it goes on, I guess, for another 20 or so minutes. Okay. Now this is what I wanted to bring up. This is what's raising red flags for me. Okay. One, I told you about the heat. I showed you where I think it's actually a ball bearing or something round, and it's in each side of the tube. Another thing I want to show you, when he's drilling, okay, and I'm gonna actually just mute this, but when he's drilling, I want you to pay attention to something.
That blue light is the light which is shining below the just
This will start at 2.
yeah.
Okay, look at it in drilling. Now, if you paid attention and you know anything about this, let me show you. If you look, there's no flakes coming off of it when he's drilling, okay? And that's a red sign for me, because if you look really closely at the lettering and stuff, it looks like it's done with a Dremel tool. A Dremel tool is a small tool, which actually I might even have one laying around. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. So, look, I want to show you guys something. This right here is a battery-operated Dremel. Now, Dremels come in many different sizes, forms, stuff like that. You can get cordless, battery-operated. This is one that I use to engrave simple things on certain things, just to like mark my tools, whatever. Like I said, the battery-operated ones are a little bit stronger, and then the corded ones are a lot stronger. Okay, and if you see that little end right here, that is the Dremel bit. Okay, it's a round ball, and if you look real closely, that round ball right there looks like it's about the same size as the ones that you will see on the engravings. Now, let me show you. Okay, if you see, there's nothing here. Okay, nothing on here, or here. See this side, there's nothing on it. It's just painted gray. It doesn't take much to use this Dremel tool. Let me show you. Bear with me. Here we go. Okay, see that? Subscribe if you like the channel. But that's a Dremel tool. That's what you could do. It's just literally handheld, and you could do little things on it, like make a smiley face if you want. And like I said, that's what I think he did, okay? Now, with that being said, even a Dremel tool will leave small flakes, okay? And if you look here, no flakes are flying off, nothing, okay? And that's another thing that gets me. Another thing about this is, as he's drilling, normally when people drill out of force of habit, they'll put weight behind it to help keep it in one spot, okay? This cylinder is sitting on 2 pieces of styrofoam that's off the ground about 3 feet. So if he's really drilling, just by him putting the force on that, the cylinder is going to move itself, or it's going to basically do one of these things, when he pushes down on one side to drill, it's going to go whoop. Or as he's drilling, he's going to have to hold it because the drill's going to slip out of place. So I think what he did was he pretended to drill, held it in one spot, and then, because I'm going to tell you now, if you ever used a drill with a bit to go through metal, okay, when you start off, you're going to go fast, because if you try to go slow, it's not really going to catch and start right. And the reason you want to go fast is because as you're going fast, it's throwing out the shards of metal. That way, your bit doesn't overheat, and also the metal doesn't pile up on that one little spot. So, which I don't think he's really drilling. I really think that he's playing us, pulling our chain, basically. So, now I want to go to. I want to go to his one video where he shows the ends of it, okay? And I'm gonna show you here. This is actually a good video. It's short. Here we go.
Guys, making an update. A lot of people, I'll just do. Here's the other.
Okay. Hold on. Let me.
Just do a quick view of them right now.
Alright.
That's one side. That's one side. Quick view of them right now.
Damn it.
Them right now.
Alright. Now, if you look real closely, you see these little points? Those little deep divots? Kind of like what this little Dremel tool will do. Okay? It would cause these little divots right here. And, like, these would be your start points. But now, if you look, these lines are not straight. This line, you can tell it's real light right here. Also light right here. Okay? You see this one. It's not as thick as it is down here as it is up here. Or as it's not as thick down here as it is up here. Okay? And you can just tell, like, you can see here's a one start point, and then he sat too long here for he sat here for too long, and you can see where it's like 1, 2, and 3 spots. Okay, that's what a Dremel's gonna do if you don't have it moving. Okay,
That's one side.
now
Here's the other.
if you look over here, clearly you can tell he did a lot better over here, but there's still mistakes right here, right here. The lines aren't straight. You can see where he started to go in. He had to correct. Okay? Like, it's these little things, it's these little mistakes that, in my opinion, show that this is handmade by him. And once again, if you look, you see how you can clearly see this pipe, where it would end, okay? Which would be right here. Because if you notice, you see how this line goes and then it comes in before flaring out? Okay, you can't really see it on this side too much because the way the light is hitting. But like, this line goes like this, it goes around, and then it flares out. So that tells me that the pipe ends right here. Okay? And then this is just something shoved into it. And he probably, like I said, I think he welded it, took a grinder, did some grinding, and then he did some careful polishing, okay? And sanding, then polishing, okay? Now, that's one of those, okay? Let's talk about the symbols, okay? And the symbols are really what gets me. And then after that, I'll show you one other reason why I think he's bullshitting all of it. I went ahead and I looked at all these symbols, okay? And there's a video where he actually where he shows all of them. I think it's this one.
Thick of an object. Around.
No, it's not that one. One of these videos, he shows the symbols and what they look like. I'm gonna see if maybe it's this one. Um, let's see if we can get it.
Check back in again for testing. Trying to get to
Bear with me. Okay, this video right here kind of like shows you the symbols. Okay?
reflection. I'm gonna show you
And
all
I'm
the
gonna pause
markings.
it on them. Here we go.
So here's this side,
Here we go.
and I'm still not touching it with my hand because I think it is dangerous or radioactive or something.
Look at that. Look how terrible that looks. Okay, look how uneven this is on it. Now, I'm not going to shit on it too much because, like I said, I could be wrong. This is all in my opinion. But I went ahead and I did a little investigating, and I went ahead and I decided to trace some of his symbols. Okay, right here. Okay. Now, this is on the other side where the Star of David is.
It's really smooth.
Well, right here. There's
Dangerous or radioactive or something. It's really smooth.
Now, let me also say something like that too. Listen to what he says right here, okay?
So here's this side, and I'm still not touching it with my hand because I think it is dangerous or radioactive or something.
He's still not touching it with his hand because he thinks it's dangerous or radioactive or something.
It's really smooth. Here's that hexagram.
But
Which, yeah, I agree it doesn't look that good, but
why would you say that? Why would you point that out? Unless you knew people were going to call you out on it and say, hey, that looks like you did it. It does. It looks exactly like something a human would do and not like a lathe or anything like that. But the fact that he said, oh, I'm not touching it with my hand because I think it's dangerous and radioactive. If that's the case, why are you doing it inside of your house on your carpet? Just a question. I mean, if you're that worried about it, like, now you've seen the one side. Okay.
feel myself in the dangerous or radioactive or something. It's really smooth.
Like, just look at that. Okay. Now I think it might have been. So if you look, the Star of David, you have this circle with like this, the three lines, two triangles, and then it breaks off into a line. Then these symbols right here, okay? And then it comes down. I couldn't get the rest of them. Okay. I did a little bit of research just to see what I could find out, okay? And when I say research, I went into it. First, I started off with this symbol right here, okay? These three lines straight up, okay? And I remember seeing that in math, but they're horizontal and not vertical, okay? And that means is congruent to. Now, that's the only symbol that I could find, minus the triangles and stuff like that, is less than, whatever. After doing math symbols, I tried, just out of the blue, witches symbols. Went ahead, looked through here, didn't really find anything, found David's star, and that was about it, okay? Nothing too good here. Went really deep into it and decided, you know what? Let's see what single needle telegraph letters look like, okay? Once again, you see, here's the lines. You see, like, there's lines here like this, but there's no three lines, except stuff like this. And the only reason I did the telegraph line things is because I started to see, like, different strokes and stuff, but didn't bring anything up. So I was like, okay, let's try this. Now, if you don't know what this is a chart of ancient and mystical alphabets. Okay, it's got the Anglo-Roman, Ugaritic, Old Persian, Sumerian, Hieratic hieroglyphs, Demotic, Hebrew, Greek, Elder Futhark, Phoenician, Aramaic, Arabic, and Romy. Okay. Looking through here, I didn't really find anything. I did find this little circle here with the dot in the middle, and that was, I mean, that just means the letter X. I mean, I didn't see And would that mean like the Star of David? I would think it would mean like Jewish, something like that. Jewish X. I don't know. To me that doesn't make sense. But is it supposed to make sense? No. But then I also found these three little lines right here. Okay, that means Y. So XY. What would that mean? I don't know. Okay, I just don't know. But I started to see like, is this just a bunch of random symbols to get people's minds thinking? Or like, is this just to confuse people? And that's what I think it is. I really don't think there's any logical thing being said on either side of those, okay? Because if you look at the one side and if you read it from left to right, you'll see these symbols, but then if you read it from right to left, it says on the side that has these symbols, it says it the same way backwards. So it's literally the same thing just backwards. And it starts with this and it goes all the way up to like there's a letter or two after this, and then it'll go right back to these letters until it hits this symbol again. So after looking at this, I was like, okay, what other alphabets can I look at? And then I started looking at this. I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. This is astrology symbols. SVG plus CDR plus DXF, whatever that means, I have no idea. I noticed this symbol and I was like, oh, okay, that's a dot with what looks like an eyeball with an eyebrow. Well, I seen this, I was like, huh, I wonder what that means. Well, if you look real close, that says a it almost says full lunar eclipse, which I was like, that's pretty cool. But then I found a triangle, fire, water. Okay, that's cool. And then I found like two lines, parcel, not sure what that is, stuff like that. And I was like, okay, maybe it's just a bunch of lunar eclipse. Let me see if I can find more. So I went ahead and I pulled this one up. And then when I went through this, I found a lot more. I found the same little eye thing with or did I? Or no, I found the triangles up here. Okay. Um, what I found a few. Oh, the Star of David. More triangles. You start to see like maybe what this guy did was just went online, found a bunch of symbols, and said, "Hey, I'm gonna confuse people by doing this." And that's what I think he did. I don't think there is anything about this that is alien, whatever. And the only reason I say that is because if this is really alien technology, for the aliens to be able to make something that can fly through the air with no wings, no propulsion unit at all, anything, okay? Like nothing to help it soar through the sky, and not be able to just have something legible written on the front of it and back of it in a language that we know. I mean, if you think about it, English is like the number one spoken language in the world. It's spoken by like 1.5 billion people. It's like, I mean, that's a lot. So you think these beings that were able to cross the galaxies to come here couldn't just send us a message that we would know? That's my opinion. Okay. Now, like I said, I did a bunch of this and I started going through it and I was like, okay, cool. And right as I was about to just say, you know what, I'm just going to call it this, I found something in one video that kind of made me think this guy definitely made it. Okay. And this is why I think this guy made it. Okay. If you come down to the one video all the way at the end, right here, I think it's this one. No, it's this one. Okay.
Morning, Pete.
I noticed something. A lot of people who work on certain things tend to do certain things with extra material, okay? Especially like when you're messing with metal and stuff. Um, like I do a lot of metal. I do a lot of welding and stuff, and I make a lot of cool things. Okay, I make weapons, things like that. It's cool. I mean, it's a hobby of mine. But I noticed if you look in the video, He's wearing 2 rings that look like the same material and everything, but they look like they were pounded and filed. And I'm going to show you
How
that
does
right
that
now.
happen right when I'm recording, too?
I want you to watch his hand.
Okay.
Hold on, where?
Wow, this thing has a mind of its own. Look at this.
Right.
Turning any lights off. This is insane right now.
Right here. These rings have nothing on them. Okay, you can just tell that it looks like something that he might have made. And the only reason I say that is because if you look right here, it looks like this piece of metal was put around something and it was pounded. Like, because here's a line down, flat. The same line, flat. And then,
No.
trying to get it better. Oh, I missed it.
I'm not turning any lights off. This is insane right now.
Oh, I just missed it.
I'm not turning any lights off. This is insane right now.
Right here. If you look right here, see the line that's coming down here? Flat. Flat. Line, flat. And then, I don't know why I clicked that.
I'm not turning any
But
lights
then if
off.
you look at the other ring,
This is insane right now.
there's nothing on it. It just looks like something he might have made. Flat, flat, line, line. So it looks like, to me, he had it on something and he was trying to beat it flat so he could put it on his finger. This isn't a normal size of a ring, anything. This looks like something he made. And the only reason I say that is too is because if you look, this side is thinner. Or, well, not as thick as this side. This side is way up here, way down here. This is way down here, and then here. This, you could just tell there's nothing on it. It's just a random ring, but it's the same looking material as the stuff the thing is made of, just not polished and scratched up and beat up a little bit. But like I said, everything in this video is my opinion, but I really think he's pulling our leg. I don't think this is real. I think this is for clout, and I mean, good for him. I mean, he found a way to get views and stuff on YouTube. I mean, cool. I think it's a great story. I wish it was true. I really do, but in my opinion, this is a farce, and I think it's just something that he created. And I mean, I wish it was true, but I think the nail in the coffin is when he was drilling, the item didn't move. Even though if you're drilling, you're going to be putting weight on it. You can clearly see a Dremel tool was involved, and there's no shavings or anything coming off of it. So, but that's my video. I hope you guys liked it, and please let me know what you guys think. I'm so curious to see what other people think. Do you think it's real? Do you believe what it is? I don't. I think this is him just pulling our leg. If you do think it's real, leave a comment. Let me know why you think it's real. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. I'm really trying to do this YouTube thing, trying to get off the ground, and it would really help me if you liked and subscribed and hit the notification bell for that next video. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and remember, life is an adventure. It is a journey. But the only way you're going to start that adventure and get that journey going is by taking that first step. So let's take that step together. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.